the building. It's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel. CEO status, you already know what it is.
I already know this is aka Zell Nobel, you know what I mean? Zell busy, bro. But I'm here. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into this music. We're gonna get into we got some I know
shout out to my boy Common, you know what I mean? Let me give you a little time to, you know what I mean, do your thing, bro.
It's your boy the Common, KJN_man.510. That's the Bay. Catch me on University Base. Catch me on What It Sound Like podcast, where you get your best reviews and interviews.
That's better than Jill. Up top, better than Jill.
She not. But I respect your confidence for saying that. You know?
I respect your confidence also.
Easily.
Texas, Big Crizzle, better than Chance the Rapper.
What?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
He was trying to have a good song. Now
y'all heard.
I had to throw that.
You trolling.
That's not trolling. That's not a troll. And you. Yo, what's going on? Yo, What It Sound Like Volume 2. Ooh, track 50, bro. We into it. You know what I mean? We had like almost 90 episodes. You know what I mean? We almost at 90. You know what I mean? We've been doing this shit for a minute. But you know, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartels. You know, all that good stuff. Riz Kage, Riz of the Vibes. You just seen me on the, you know, Welcome to Hollywood horror movie tier list. Had a good episode. Make sure y'all go watch that, John, on the Hollywood Sensei YouTube channel. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need y'all, you know, go check that out for your boy. You know what I mean? You can also follow the What It Sound Like podcast, all social medias, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. You know what I mean? Hit us up, follow us, please. Get them numbers up. You know what I mean? Like, share, and subscribe. And also the Blur Cartel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch. Yeah, man. I'm joined by, you know who I'm here with. I got Comment with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the comment.
What's happening? You feel me? We out here. We finna get lit with the boy Logan. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's my nigga. And yeah, you know what it is, man. It's the founder of the Tap It No Capping. Where if you're a blurter, you seen it, then what's your opinion? You know what I'm saying? But we what it sound like. Where if you know, with your best reviews and interviews. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into it.
Sir, then we are joined by the, you know what I mean, the man, the myth, the legend himself, a multi-talented brother. You know what I mean? You know, I got Logan Rashaun in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's up, fellas? Y'all want to let Zell do his intro first?
Oh yeah, Zell, go ahead.
It's cool. What's good, y'all? Y'all know what it is. What's good, yo? What it sound like? Well, yeah, what's good, Logan? This about you, bro. You a man of the hour, bro. I'm here every week. What's up with you, bro?
Not much, brother. I'm just here to chill with y'all boys, and I appreciate the opportunity to come on the podcast and give y'all a shout and talk about some shit that's going on with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a long time coming.
That Apple Music, that Spotify. I mean, you know, I know you got that the TikTok too, right?
Yeah, I do. I do Dark Tuniverse on TikTok, but it's different. It's unrelated. We'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah, I mean, we'll plug that on Welcome to Hollywood.
What you mean? Wait, it's all related. It's all related.
I mean, any of your socials is, you know what I mean?
He don't want to give out no exclusives. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hey, man, we're gonna need you to back us up on this one. All right.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, we got Logan Rashaun in the building tonight. You know, you just was rocking with us on that Welcome to Hollywood episode. Now you rocking with us on that What It Sound Like podcast.
What It Sound Like podcast.
You know what I mean? We got him in the building, you know, gracing us with the presence. But you know how we started off. You know what I mean? We got the current, you know what I mean? You know, current events and all and whatnot. You know what I mean? Just some stuff that's going down. You know what I mean? Of course, we knew about it, but you know what I mean? The performance is coming up, but you know what I mean? Missy is performing live, you know, Friday. You know what I mean?
Missy looking good like than a motherfucker. God,
rocking
y'all respect Auntie.
Induction,
I
you know,
do.
she was inducted.
I do.
Listen, you know the aunties can get it. I mean, niggas aunties
And
be
I
getting
worked
all the
it.
time.
Is it worth it? You feel me? Stop
Put that
playing.
down. Yeah, put that thing down.
Listen,
Uh,
listen. I appreciate everything she been doing lately. I seen some of her videos. I seen some of her latest music. I like what she doing. I like her vibe. I like that she been authentic. I like that she keeping that up. I like that she lost her weight. I like that she got her glow on. You do that shit. You know what I'm saying, Missy? Go ahead,
Shut
knock it
up.
out the park.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying? They call her auntie. She looking more like the neighborhood the girl next door. You feel me? Like she don't look like
wow.
auntie in this right now.
Yeah, you
You
know
know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? I could
Listen,
be
she
I could be
definitely aged
fooled.
like some wine.
Krillin, what's going on, bro?
She gonna stop calling my man
Krillin? We
Krillin.
wrote.
Oh yeah.
We gonna stop disrespecting my man Jose like that.
Appreciate you.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Missy, she performing live Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. You know what I mean? It's 2023. So shout out to Missy. I mean, I'm showing my age on this one, but I don't care because you know what I mean, I aged gracefully as well. But
Talk your shit.
30 years ago, you know what I mean, 93 Till Infinity was released 30 years ago
Facts.
to this day. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean, Souls of Mischief, you know what I mean, shout out to them. You know what I mean?
Shout
Check
out,
that
man.
out.
Shout out.
I mean, they had one of the most fire songs of all time, and it's more fire songs on the album. But you know, just wanted to get that 30 years ago that thing dropped on us. You know what I mean? It's still fire.
Wait, ain't they from? Wait, where they from? Ain't they from?
I believe they from college.
Oakland.
They from the
From
Bay,
Oakland.
right? They from Oakland,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah, you know
I mean,
Yeah.
shout out to the Bay. I mean,
what I'm
you know.
saying? We out here.
And also, you know, your man Weezy F, baby, please say the baby. You know what I mean? Release the track list for the fix before
Zill,
the
don't make that face, bro. Chill
Yo,
out.
I think I just
Chill
saw
out.
Weezy running out for the Lions. The Packers. All right.
the
Yeah.
Packers. He looks small as shit too. But all
Yeah,
right, so
he was small. He was a small guy.
you got the 10
I
track.
was hoping it was the Lions because they blowing them out right now. But
Yeah, the
I don't
Lions
know about this guy lately. He hit or miss right now. I feel
hit or
like.
miss.
Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
For Green Bay.
we
We
love
can't
Lil
talk.
Wayne.
We can't
I
talk
mean,
about
we
Wayne
gonna
is
we gonna check it out. The fix before the 6. We gonna check it out. And also, you know, when the Carter 6 drop, we'll be reviewing it. So just I mean, also, you know we gotta give, we gotta show the young goat some love on the podcast every time she do something. You know what I mean? Every time. You know what I mean? But you know, Ice cover of the Variety. You know what I mean? You know, the New York issue. She got the cover. You know what I mean?
Best female rapper to ever live.
Shout out to Ice Spice. I
Oh
mean,
my
she
God.
keep going up. I mean, she keep ascending. You know what I mean? Just
I like that glass cup,
trajectory
nigga. I got me a fucking jar. Yo, got you a nice little. You feel me? That's
The
crazy.
trajectory is crazy. You know what I mean? You
So
know,
let's go Spice.
Yeah.
shout out to
Oh
Ice
my
Spice. You know
gosh.
what I mean? The new queen of rap. You know what I mean? Also, you know, before we move on, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, 1 billion streams for Jack Honcho, which was the album put together by Quavo and Travis Scott. So, you know, congrats to them for the 1 billion streams on Spotify. And also,
Yes.
Quavo said part 2. You know what I mean? They working on another album together. So, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
in the
That one's
future,
gonna sound good.
we'll get
That's
another
what it
Travis
sounds like.
and Quavo record. You know what I mean? And then last but not least for the current events, you know what I mean? According to Academics TV, TMZ reports that Kanye is working on a new album. You know what I mean? You know, they say he completed nearly 10 tracks. So, you know, completed nearly 10 tracks this week. You know what I mean? So, Ye working on another album. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's down to 3 or not, but you know what I mean? We got another Ye album coming. So, shout out to Ye. But we're not here to talk about Ye. We're here to talk to, you know what I mean? We got my man Golf Poppy.
The main man.
You know what I mean? Logan Rashaun in the building. You know what I mean? So I want to start it off by saying, you know, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
But also, my first question is, it's always the introduction. Let the people know where you're from, how you got started with the music and everything. So you take it away.
All right, brother. I'm from Charlotte, North Kakalaki. Okay, born and raised. From all over North Carolina. I've been all over the U.S. my whole life, traveling, doing art, and creating. Okay, I was first exposed to music at a young age. My brother was a musician. He had the studio in the house. My brother's 11 years older than me, so he had the studio going by the time I was like 7. They already had the guitars and everything, and they were doing their thing. And I think I made my first beat by the time I was 8. Um, wasn't anything special or anything, and I didn't get to spend an extended time with it, but it made an impression on me, and I was always around people making music. And over time, I got more and more access to beat making programs, um, and then I started singing in school in chorus and and doing singing competitions, and and then eventually once I got my hands on a laptop, I transitioned over to music production, and I was making beats for a rap group called Phaser Gang in Charlotte. If you look up Phaser Gang on YouTube, you can probably find some old Phaser Gang music. Phase God was the founder of Phaser Gang at the time. He's still an active artist, out making music with people like Lil B and things like that. So um, at that time, I was just producing and I was really learning. And I've been writing poetry from a young age, but I wasn't really interested in pursuing it seriously. I was trying to make electronic music at first, not really hip hop. And I was really like just getting into it. And one of my good friends, Hadel, he was really showing me how it goes and taught me production. And we started a super group called Anubis Inc. And we still make music together. And in that, I formed a super group of 6 different producers. So Anubis Inc.'s music is actually 6 different people's music. It's not just my beats. And so Logan Rashaun is completely separate. So that's a different thing. So those are 2 different entities that are working together to create a lot of different music.
Let me chime in. So you said that your brother kind of introduced you to music, but you started off doing, or at least geared to, electronic music, which is kind of, you can kind of hear it in your, your sound. What kind of music was he producing or doing to where, was that your introduction to electronic music, or what was your introduction to where that genre was what you favored?
So at the time where my brother was making music, the only things that were really popular on the hip hop landscape overall were like Dirty South records, New York, like, kind of grimy boom bap records, and like R&B crossovers were happening. So he was making like kind of like I don't want to say like Master P inspired stuff, but he was making like, hard bass hitting, grimy, street shit. Which I like, that's so like that's a big like it made me a bass junkie, like riding around in the car, you just put a tape in and the shit's just booming, shaking, rattling. Like I love that immediately. Like that's one of my first go-tos in music. So like I don't know, like late 2000s, I get exposed to electronic, specifically like dubstep, drum and bass, and it's got the booming and rattling. And I was driving a Lexus LS 400. It's like a car from 2000, so I still had the tape in the car, and I was connecting it to a CD player. So I was still burning my music on the CDs and putting it on the Walkman and then connecting it to the tape. And but like yeah, and like and like the Lexus had the it was like a luxury car back then, and when it came out, it was like from 1992, so like it had a pretty good sound system, even though it was like 2008. So like I'm riding around in that, and it's banging. So like the electronic music, the dubstep and stuff sounded really great in there. and I really like that booming, banging vibe. And then I really wanted to start crossing that over into hip hop because it's got a different vibe. You know, it's not bassy in the same way. So I really wanted to like combine that element because like I found that like US music and UK music like kind of mimic each other, but not at the same time. You know, like you see that even right now. UK drill was popular in the UK years ago, and now it's super hot here.
Facts.
Right.
Mm.
Zell, you got a question?
Yeah. So you made the switch to so what like made you? I was going to ask like what made you want to like start doing like hip hop now, like, but you said that you just always wanted to integrate the sounds. So who do you look up to as like not look up to, but who do you look at as some of the like
Fire.
the pioneers who brought the sound that you're trying to be successful with, like who or somebody who is some, because now you don't really have to open that door. Who do you look at as the person who kind of opened that door for
I
for
don't
people?
I don't know if it was a person, but I can definitely name some like some tracks or some sounds that kind of got that vibe like sitting sideways is
Hey,
like that like blum blum bum 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 bum. It's got that like vibe. It that feels like a dubstep track. It really
Please
is like a
stop. We
early
bored.
it really is like an early dubstep track. But
what's
like
going on, Aisha?
a lot of that like Houston sound was very I love a lot of that. And for me it's not just the bass too. I feel like it's the way stuff drops in, it's the way the drums are laid out, you know. So like Outkast brought a lot of an experimental sound.
Facts.
Like the whole world has got like a crazy experimental sound.
Mhm.
The
It's the
Gorillas,
whole world.
yeah,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
yeah.
Hey,
The
bars,
Gorillas
bars.
have a crazy experimental sound.
Yeah, that internet hip hop.
Yeah. Kid Cudi, Travis Scott, Kanye, all brought a very strange electronic vibe. 808s and Heartbreaks is a crazy album.
Yes, it is.
Um,
That might be Kanye's
um,
best album, low key.
yeah, My Twisted Dark Fantasy is a crazy album. Um, so Yeezus is another crazy electronic experiment. Um,
Facts.
like I'll even go so far as to say like people like Missy Elliott were really like pushing the soundscape.
That
Um,
easily.
yeah, and like they were really going to weird places. Even Timbaland, especially in the mid 2000s when he started blending pop into hip hop really heavily. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
you
Don't be so
Black
quick
Eyed
to
Peas.
walk away.
You
Black
know,
Eyed Peas, Nelly Furtado, Justin
yeah.
Timberlake working with them. I mean, yeah. I mean,
I don't mean no harm. I can see
all
you
right,
in
so
one or
talk to
two
us about this
straight.
corruption. 225. What did what went into making this joint? You know what I mean? You know,
Um. Okay. So corruption 225 is okay. So first of all, 225 is my lucky number. It adds to nine, and nine, as Tesla said, is the number of the universe. It represents,
Illuminati.
yeah, right. It it represents the golden ratio, and it's a perfect spiral. But this is like the corruption of the spiral. It's the corruption of the golden ratio. That's why in the background you see that the sun is being consumed by a black hole.
Mm.
And the black hole sun is supposed to symbolize the end of times. It's a pretty common metaphor.
Facts.
So the art is actually the destruction of heaven and the betrayal of one of the angels, and he's pinning it on this demon that looks like the devil, and he's tricking him. So this is a story that I started writing a long time ago that I call Mobility. It's one of my pieces of fiction, and when I first started writing poetry, I was writing it as the main character of the story, and I started when I started rapping, I was turning those poems into raps. And so this is a nod to that, though these songs don't reference that anymore.
Gotcha. So,
So
question. Now that you mentioned, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead, comment. Yeah.
So, what you mentioned in the album cover, who did the artwork? Like, I know you say you do poetry. I know you said, you know what I mean, you do your most of your own art, but do you also do artistic things like drawing and all that? Like, did you do the graphic work?
I did create this artwork. I didn't create the final version of this artwork. The final version of this artwork was created by my good friend Aljan Inertia. He's an artist in the Philippines. He
Wow.
he and I collaborate on a lot of things.
I think I remember him.
Yeah. You sat through a session with me, right?
Yeah.
We made this live on a video chat together. So he draws live and I direct him. I actually drew the original sketch for this and then we fleshed it out live, added color and everything. So we did it together. It was a collaboration. Everything
awesome.
on this was a collaboration. There was over 10 different producers on this project.
Wow.
And there was work in multiple studios, including my own studio.
So did you produce any songs on it?
Yes, I did.
No.
I produced, let me think about the track list again.
I can name two.
Yeah, I
Go
was
ahead.
Plea,
on my phone.
Plea, I did not produce Plea.
Oh, I named the one that you did.
Hold on, let me pull up the track list.
I got the track list here for you right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got it too. Shit.
I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. I got you.
Oh, okay, do that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I produced Falling Apart.
Bet.
Falling Apart.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. So Falling Apart, which is track number 9.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So all right, so out of
Bastard was good too. I like Bastard. I like Plea. What else?
Yeah, Bastard's fire. I like the Plea. You know what I mean? This John right here.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the like. So, what was where were you at when like what went into creating that specific song? Like, I mean, where were you at, like mentally? Like, what was you? How did that song come about?
Falling Apart.
No.
Or which one?
Probably.
But Tosai Drip.
Yeah, but Tosai Drip.
Oh, all right.
Okay. So Batosai Drip, I had recently gone through a breakup and I was entering my slut phase.
And, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And as I was going into the slut as I was going into the slut phase, I was like, yo, you know what? I feel like I'm like the woman slayer, you know, like the Batosai is like the man slayer. It's like I'm like the woman slayer. It's like and
talk that Roroni Kenshin shit. Talk to these
you know what I'm saying? And that's the song
slayer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make a song about like
bar. You even it went over the head.
Yeah, like
bar.
And I wanted to make a song about like that was like samurai shit, but like also on like a pop vibe. So it's like it's kind of like I was like cosplaying Pharrell, I guess, on that song.
So transition, right? Speaking about having anime inspiration, right? It is obvious that you are heavily influenced by wrestling, right? You even came in on the episode saying, "Listen here, brother." And when you listen to your tracks, I know you said a bar that said, "We out of sight," like John Cena. So, like, tell us about that. Tell us about how wrestling inspired you and what made you want to implement that into your bars.
Okay, so I'm a fighting game fan, and in the fighting game community, it's like part of the culture in fighting games is like what I feel like is like Black people things, like you know, growing up without having like a lot of resources and a lot of like satellite TV or whatever. We're watching wrestling. We're all huddled around one game console playing the controllers or at the arcade, and it's like it's all wrapped up in there in one thing, like watching anime together. And like, so for me, it's like it's very much so all like the same community. Like I remember like watching Cartoon Network, and then like some wrestling comes on, and we're all doing wrestling moves to each other, and like, so for me, it's very much so part of the culture that I grew up in, and the culture that I want to represent. Because I think that for me, part of my sense of Blackness is the fact that I'm a Black American, and I think that lots of other people can relate to that and relate to the culture that we've experienced, and I don't want to shy away from that. And I really like shit like that, like ain't nothing better than Ric Flair hit a nigga with a chair, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And well, like, not to like put words in your mouth, man, but like wrestling is just like the ultimate like vibrato. Like you really just like the macho shit. Like, man, like I'm going to be the best. Like I'm bigger and I'm bad. Matter of fact, you can even be bigger, but I can kick your ass right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's and that could be anybody. Like you could be anybody and be a wrestler. Like they got all different body types for wrestlers. Girls wrestle. Like, you know what I mean? You could be anybody. And like they got Donald Trump coming into the ring wrestling. Yeah. Like you could be anybody. Like, you know what I mean? And just have that attitude.
My sister-in-law's a wrestler.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all deep in this shit.
She about to be WWE soon. Watch NXT. It's called.
Yo, that's crazy.
So I wanted to ask you, what do you enjoy more, making beats or writing music?
Or writing?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bet and say beats.
I don't know. I feel like it comes and goes. If you had said or rapping, I would say rapping. But because you said writing, it comes and goes. I like writing a lot. Honestly, writing is one of the only things I feel like I'm good at. So it's like I feel like I can do that,
Yeah.
But beat making is like a challenge. Beat making is like I only recently started even learning music theory, and like actually learning how to play instruments and shit. Like before I was just like literally just tapping around, and if I made something good, it was by luck. I don't know. I don't really enjoy it the same way. So I'm gonna definitely say writing for sure, because writing is pure joy. Whereas beat making is like a mathematical science, and it's like work.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, like what is like the process of like beat making? Like how
yeah, for me right now, I'm the opposite of a lot of producers. You'll hear a lot of producers say they like to lay down their drums first. That's not what I like to do. I like to lay my melody down first. So I have a unique production process. So what I like to do is I like to start, I find my key first that I'm going to work in. And then I start building a chord. And I use music theory to find a chord, like I'm finding a range. And then I build a chord progression. And then I find other instruments to layer and harmonize with it, whether they're synths or something that goes with it. Like, if I'm finding a string, I'm finding a flute or something. And then once I get a cohesive sound, I find the BPM I want, and then I sample it. And then after I sample it, I cut it into a hip hop beat. And I lay my 808s, because I love sampling. I feel like sampling is like the peak of hip hop. Like that's where it comes from. And I feel like that's what you're supposed to do to make hip hop. So it's like, I've just gotten to the point where I sample myself. Sometimes I'll sing into the mic and pitch it up and down, and then I'll sample that. I'll sample my wife sometimes. Sometimes I sample cartoons, and I try to make it unrecognizable usually.
Right.
Sometimes I'll use outright samples, but most of the time I try to take it to the point where nobody can notice it. And I love reverse noise. I especially love the way a piano sounds reversed.
I forgot what that one song was. You had did a beat that I recognized, and I'm not gonna say what because I gotta re-listen to it. But I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I recognize this beat." I have to go back. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to go back to reference it. But with that being said, outside of that, you said that the gaming community, as far as like fighting community, fighting games and all that stuff, it's like the community we come from and all that. So I'm assuming like a world of competitiveness, you know what I'm saying? Nature of like when you relate that to WWE and fighting games and all that stuff. But since we're talking music, how do you feel about that when it comes to like either rap battles or just when you see like two artists going against each other and all that other stuff? Like, do you feed off of that sense of hip hop? Like, do you have that competitive nature in you where you like to do diss tracks, or you're a fan of battle rap? Were you ever thought about being a battle rapper? That kind of thing?
Like I have listened to a lot of battle rap in the past, like and I do listen to it from time to time. I don't know if I would say I'm a fan of battle rap. I think I'm more of a fan of the art form of rap and poetry than of battle rap specifically. Like I can listen to battle rap and appreciate it, but I don't think that I would like. I was about to tell a lie. I would go to a battle rap show, I guess. Like, I'd go to battle rap way before I'd go to spoken word, for example.
I ain't gonna lie, those spoken words go crazy.
No, I mean, like,
have you ever been to a poetry slam?
Yeah, like one of the
That
winners
shit
of a
is
poetry
amazing.
slam was actually our mentor for one of my creative writing classes.
Give me a second. I'm gonna get a sweater I got from a place I used to go to. 1 second. Go ahead.
Okay. But I yeah, like as far as competitiveness in music in hip hop, I love beef in hip hop. I think it's interesting as long as it's not violent.
Right.
I'm still
Same.
interested in violent beef, but I wish it wouldn't get that way.
Right.
Can you give me some of your favorite like examples, like some of your favorite beefs?
Yeah, what are some of your favorite rap feuds?
Yeah, little feuds that you got.
What was that? Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, or Remy Ma
That's
really
underrated.
Remy Ma really annihilated Nicki Minaj for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, she did.
And Nicki's response with Wayne and Drake was horrible.
Hollywood said that's back when she was loyal.
Yeah.
That's back. Yeah, that's definitely back when she was loyal before she cheated on Papoose.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Easy. Shout out to Easy the block cabinet. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
I liked Hitman Holla and Currency. Who's that? Was it not Currency?
Hell, what him and Holla beef with Currency?
No, not Currency. Who is that? They just did their beef last year.
Oh! You talking about my nigga Ill Will?
Cassidy, yeah, Cassidy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Obviously,
who you think won?
Hitman Holla slayed him.
Yo,
Thank
Hollywood,
you.
Hollywood, who was it? It was Eminem versus who?
MGK.
Nah, who just dissed Eminem?
Melly Mel.
Melly Mel.
Oh yeah, I'm dead. No.
Did you hear the diss track?
Oh, I like Damian Lillard versus Shaq.
Wow,
that was a fun diss.
But quick question: did you hear the Melly Mel diss track?
I did not hear it.
Oh, all right, we got a surprise for you.
Would you like to?
Yeah, please.
All right, I got you. Hold on.
You doing it right now? I thought you was gonna leave him with it.
With that, now everybody get ready for the kickback. Why you hurt? Why you mad? Now you look bad. like a roach just crawled out of your book bag. In a packed class, you lack class. Go to bed with no supper, cause you gotta suffer the backlash. The top 5 is cap. You the piss that's on the floor in the elevator of rap. Why you ducking on the game when you shit on my name? Why they put Pee Wee Herman in the Hall of Fame? I would give you a pound, but I break your hand. I got a lawyer so white, he will take your land. Yo, check your man, come and look at your friend, cause I think that Eminem is popping pills again. We call him Pill Clinton or either Bill Gates. What pill did homie take to make him hate the great? Think you are, but you ain't, still you made a mistake. Hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'ma give your fans one more chance to go online and re-energize that bromance. After that, say your last goodbye. Cause before I put Matthew's lights out, I'm turning up his fucking Wi-Fi. Another little kid, don't hate the great. More white chalk, more yellow tape. Who that, who that? Belly Bell.
Yeah.
Fire, nigga.
Okay, listen.
More
Okay.
white. Something
Let me tell you why that slays anything Eminem would have said back. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now why. Because
brother.
Eminem would have put absolutely too much effort into responding.
Yeah.
And he would have lost immediately just because of that. Another one of my favorite beefs was Migos versus I'm gonna say Busy Bone alone. But that was amazing. The video with the shotgun fucking killed me.
Busy Bone was on one.
That sent me to hell, brother. I was that was it.
I got the sweater. So I used to do poetry too, and it's right here. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah,
see it might be backwards.
Poetry Bodega.
All right, so
yeah, there you go. It's called poetry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's called poetry. Right, you know what I'm saying? So it's called Poetry Bodega or whatever. I did a competition, all that other shit. But it was in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? So that was actually gonna be my question to transition to you. When you look at poetry, right? Because you said that you it kind of sounded like you had a deeper appreciation for poetry more than battle rap. Would you say that's because you're a fan of storytelling? Because you say you like writing. So I feel like people who do poetry are some of the best storytellers of all time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maya Angelou. You know what I'm saying? So what's your response to that?
I think I'm a pretty balanced person when it comes to the way that I try to rate things. I try not to overweight one category. So while I do have an appreciation for storytelling, I think my appreciation for poetry comes from its versatility. I think that it doesn't have to be one way, whereas I think that battle rap to a much greater extent does have to be a certain way. And in comparison to that, poetry can be as simplistic or as complex as the writer wants it to be. It can be cathartic. It can be anything, and I think that this is such a simple thing, but one thing I try to tell other writers when they ask me my opinion about their stories or writing that I notice almost immediately is that they always lack color descriptions. And
define that.
One, like no one will say like it was blue, it was red, and you might hear that in rap only in reference to like blood or something, you know what I'm saying? But people lack those sorts of like subtleties that I do hear in poetry. Like, someone might spend a few lines describing the color of leaves, the sound that it made, and the crinkle and things like that, the texture and the feel, and that I think is a little bit of a detail that some people miss, and it's a little bit harder to get that in a club banger too.
I feel like so what you're describing right now is called allegory, and I think that somebody like J. Cole is amazing at doing that shit. Like when he did that song with what's that song y'all put me on where he said when I was born lightning struck the boy that walked
Johnny P's caddy.
Johnny
Johnny
P's caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he did allegory in that rap was fire. That's what made the rap fire. You know what I'm saying? Because he literally painted a picture for you, and like you said, like he used creative bars. You know what I'm saying? The way that you're saying, like when somebody says something was blue, but they're not necessarily talking about a color. You know what I'm saying? It puts creativity into the bars. You feel me? But yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes there's an overweighting on metaphors specifically when there's a lot of other literary devices that I think that are also relevant and interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I wanted to ask, how would you describe your style? Like, you know, your rap style, your music style. Like, what is like who inspired it, or is this like you just this is me? I came up with this. This is how I'm rocking.
So I would definitely say my style is hugely inspired by Billboard Top 100s. Pretty much often like year to year. And I would also say that it's largely inspired by itself and very self-referential. I only have one project out, so it's hard to see that. But as more music comes out, I think that'll be increasingly clear. And a lot, like for instance, I don't listen to a lot of other people's music at all. I listen to almost entirely my music. Like even like on my phone I've got like a portion of my supergroup's music and barely some of my music, and it's like 64 hours. And so like if I put the rest of it on there, it'd be like over 100 hours. So like I pretty much just listen to that over and over and over and over and over. And I feel like some of my biggest influences that got me to where I am, I'm definitely gonna say, is Outkast. I really like listening to Andre and Big Boy's cadence specifically. I really like Wayne. Definitely got me here. I'm not really that inspired by Drake, but he did make me feel better about singing.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. Michael Jackson is a huge influence for me.
Yeah, hold on. Can I just say, I remember around that time, a lot of rappers, like, because I was rapping around that time. I remember around that time, a lot of rappers was like, yo, I'm singing now. Like, I'm on track. I'm singing. Listen to me.
Yo, you got bars?
Yo, come man, you taking away from the. What are you talking about?
I was just saying, you said you was rapping.
My boy Logan, my boy I Ty. What you talking about?
Yeah. Listen, everybody up on this panel got bars.
Yeah, everybody be spitting, bro.
Comment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, so yeah, I just wanted to just kind of piggyback off.
Comment got bars.
Yeah. With the when you said that Drake helped you feel better about singing. Yo, that's 100. That's 100%, bro. That's a fact. People, he really opened up a lane for people when he was doing that.
But that's what I was gonna say. Don't you think that Wayne started that shit though?
No.
But Wayne didn't do it well. Like Drake, he doesn't have the best singing voice.
No fact. I give you that.
He don't got the best, but Drake still doesn't have the best singing voice. But the fact that he could still like use his voice on tracks, like Wayne was still using the auto tune. He was still like experimenting with the rock, like he was experimenting in a different way. Like he was doing something different, but Drake was like successful.
Okay, like I got the Wayne deep cuts, like Pussy Money Weed, like you know what I'm saying? Like okay, like fucking he had that. I feel like dying, you know, he was out there singing a little bit, you know, but I feel like Drake, he wasn't releasing whole projects that was just.
Do you remember "Single for the Night"?
I do.
Yes, sir.
And Single came like after Drake though.
It did, but that's a track.
Yeah, that was big for Wayne because he was like, "Oh shit, he's just gonna go 100% with it. He not hiding behind nothing no more. Like he's just singing on that joint."
No, but Drake did make that. You know, I do kind of feel like Drake did make it. You know, cool for niggas, but I also feel like Drake wouldn't have adopted that style into his repertoire if not for Kanye West releasing 808s and Heartbreak.
Thank you. I was just about to say, like, you've been to whip my shit for way too long.
Like 808s and Heartbreak made that shit possible.
You know what I mean? You got some vocals on you there, young man. Okay.
Thank you.
Was he stealing from Kid Cudi at that point or no?
Was he stealing from Cudi? Was he? I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
I don't think so. I don't know. We're gonna get Cudi on. We're gonna ask him.
I remember Cudi helped him write his early shit.
He did. I mean, Day and Night and all that. Shout out to Cudi.
Day and Night.
He releasing a new album this year too, I believe.
Yo, that Rockstar Nights on Cudi's last project. Cudi's last project actually kind of slept. I slept on it at first, and then I went back and I was like, this shit actually it wasn't what I wanted at the time, but it's what I needed.
Right.
Ooh, something I wanted to ask you about. Logan, did you listen to Lil Yachty's new work?
I have listened to Lil Yachty's new work.
It's kind of what your work kind of reminded me of.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
like Logan kind of in the Yachty lane.
Yeah, like I can see why you say that. Like a couple people have said that to me recently. Even though I wouldn't usually listen to Lil Yachty, but I do like what he's been doing recently.
He's different now.
Yeah, he is different, and I like his vibe. He's like a silly little guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the Green Lantern in Teen Titans Go. And he's like Chef Boyardee or whatever on pizza boxes, and like that's just funny, you know. Like it's like I like that. Like I like that he's not like I put the burner to your face, kill a nigga in his place. Like
that sounds just like Reed Dollars.
Yeah,
like,
you know.
He got wait. Lil Yachty do got bars though.
He do.
Reed Dollars. Yeah, he do got bars though. But and you're not gonna disrespect Reed Dollars. Stop playing. Stop playing. Reed Dollars is killing it. Reed Dollars is killing Hitman.
That voice sounded
Reed Dollars is killing Hitman.
We gonna be there early.
Hitman.
He said with the all black
Hitman. Where's your
bro?
hit,
He
man?
said, and I got my blade too. The one that was on Predator. Like, come on, bro.
All right. Hey, stop trolling, bro.
All right, sorry, Logan. Sorry, Logan. He started talking
Southwest representative. You know what I mean?
Comment. You should put a part in your hair like Jadena. And be like, I'm a classic man.
Yeah, classic man. Classic con man. Let's go.
Yeah, put a part in your hair. Be like, I'm a classic man.
Oh, this nigga funny as hell. You funny as hell. I ain't gonna do funny. You know, this your day, so I ain't even gonna go there.
Damn, he wasn't expecting that, Logan.
That's funny as hell. Classic comment. That's
classic comment. No, you gotta put a K with that joint. Oh no,
the K.
Yeah.
Gotta put the K on there. All right,
you wrote that shit fast as fuck. I feel like that was planted, nigga. Y'all niggas plotting on me.
I just typed that.
Was that a premeditated joke?
I just typed that. You know what I mean?
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, classic con.
You know what I mean? Classic con, man. You know. But you, so what you got anything? Like, what you working on now? Like, you got any future projects coming up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I got a ton of shit cooking. Okay, y'all gonna let me cook for a minute so I can talk about this?
The floor is
open. All right.
Go ahead. Hibachi style.
So peep this, right? I got this universe called Mobility that created all of this, right? So Mobility is about the god of art who created the entire universe, and he's like he accidentally created more gods that are like equally as powerful as him in different ways, and they usurped his reign. No, you're good. And I'm using that to tell the story of my art and my creation. And so mobility is like a game. First, I'm making it a board game, but so the board game is actually in the works right now. It's like Monopoly, but it's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's a little more streamlined. Um, so it's not as like long-winded and out there as Dungeons and Dragons. It's like fast. Um, but and that's in the works and that's on the way soon. And but also in that universe, there's these other characters that I call the troops that I'm building a video game for. It's like Mario. Um, and that game is actually partially done, but I had to stop because of Unity. I don't know if you guys have been following, but Unity just changed one of their policies that fucked up a lot of game developers. So that just ruined what I was doing. But that's a video game that I have in the works. Then I'm making a Batman comic right now.
Oh, what? What comic?
A Batman comic. I have a Batman comic where he's in an alternate universe and he's like a black Batman. And the Joker is like one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. And he's come and he's put a curse on humans where like you've got like a medallion on you. Huh? He's pestilence. He's plague. So like if he's got a medallion on you where if it gets hit, you die instantly. But that comic's in the work. That comic's almost done.
So,
I've got several music albums on the way, both beats and lyrics. And there's albums that are not just me on the way as well. Other members of the groups are going to have their
other members of what? The Blur Cartel, you said?
No, my group. Anubis Inc.
Okay. Your voice went out.
Oh, sorry. No. Other members of Anubis Inc., such as Hadel, are going to have projects coming out soon. His project should be out by Halloween. And he's got a whole different style. His Prince Hadel's super dope. He's been doing some writing for some other notable artists. I don't want to out them. But he's been doing some writing for some notable artists that have good spins online, and so I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised by his bars when his album drops. I've been singing for a hardcore band. I've been what haven't I been doing? I don't know.
So I'm gonna chime in real quick. One thing that I like when I listened to your music was the versatility on what it sounds like. We always put that into a factor where we talk about, okay, yeah, it was cool. Like, for example, everybody said something about the Chris Brown album. It wasn't for the fact of it just had so much volume of music that people was like, oh, it should be a shorter project. But it was like, okay, if you're going to give us more songs, then give us more versatility. It shouldn't feel as though we're hearing the same type of sound. And one thing about your music, it was shorter, and yet you felt like you was listening to a whole different genre of music almost every fucking song. So that's why I want to give you your flowers too. You know what I'm saying? Like the creativity is definitely there.
Definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's one thing I do appreciate about your music. Is for me, I love creativity. Like, I mean, because musician, you are an artist. You know what I mean? So the music is your canvas. You paint the picture with your words, and you do that very well. So I mean, I just want to let you know that I appreciate the artistry that you put into your craft. I mean, I appreciate it.
Yeah, like outside of hip hop, I mostly more lean towards like alternative music. So I can always appreciate, you know what I mean, when somebody's going outside the box, you know what I mean, and trying new things. Yeah, I'll just stick with it, bro. I want to hear it in some of your projects. Like, I know you do a lot with writing. You got stories, shit like that. I want to hear it on some of the artwork that I know that you be around. You know what I mean? So
That's mostly what that's not mostly what I'm looking for, but I'm very looking forward to that only because I haven't seen it before. I've listened to your music before. This isn't the first music of yours that I've listened to, but yeah, definitely appreciate you, bro. I hope you keep at it in all the endeavors because you always put your all into it. You always coming straight from your heart with it, straight from the creativity. You could tell that it means a lot to you, and you know what I'm saying. We gotta appreciate that when you can get it.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and showcase the other side of the art.
Right.
So my last question I wanted to ask you. Rap wise and producer wise. So as far as rapping goes, is there anybody that you would want to make a song with? And producing, is there anybody that you want to make a beat for?
Okay, if Kanye wasn't like acting the way he was, I'd make a beat for him. But like Kanye got to come at me a little different. Like I can't do that whole like subservient shit. Like
yeah, right, yo.
Yeah, like
Kanye be looking for slaves. He be feeling like a slave, so he be trying to put that out on people.
Yeah, I can't do that, bro. Like,
I respect that. You know, it's a lot of motherfuckers that's a sucker to the game. Like, hey, it's Kanye. Hey, it's whatever you say. So I respect that you standing on integrity because a lot.
So
of
y'all not walking for the cheesecake for Diddy?
Nah, I'm not holding the French fries for the magnate, dog. Nah, I'll tell you what.
Though. Singing to his mom.
I tell you what though, I would love to make a beat for Gucci Mane. I would be happy with that. I would love to make a song with. Right now, I want to make a song with Yeet. I just want the bells to be like dong dong dong, and me and him be fucking. And that's I'd be happy with that.
I'll fuck with it.
Or SpongeBob. I don't know if y'all been listening to this AI shit. I can make a song with Mr. Krabs.
SpongeBob been going crazy. Been going crazy.
I can't get away from it.
Yeah, let's go. Me and Dankton could go in right now.
Plankton, listen. Best AI joint I heard was the Plankton. He was singing "Oh" by Omarion. That joint was.
I didn't hear that yet.
I heard Goku and Vegeta singing something. That was
they went crazy. They went crazy.
I was like, it's over. I'm done with this.
It was from the Bay, nigga. It was what's her name?
Keisha Cole.
Bro. Keisha Cole. It was love.
It was love.
Yeah.
Bro, type in Dankton STD. Dankton got a rap beef with Mr. Krabs. Dankton got bars, bro. Like
Dankton, let's go.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite rap beefs for real. Dankton and Mr. Swag's rap beef is crazy.
Put it up, bro. Put it on the stream, bro.
Yeah, put that shit up right now, please. Lord.
Put it up. All right, hold on. Let me. So how long Dankton and them been beefing?
They've been beefing for a few months now, but it just started getting crazy.
Yeah, he's
Dankton is. You said Dankton STD?
Yeah, bro, that one's nuts.
All right, hold on. I'm
So why he looking it up? Why Golf Poppy?
Okay, so
yeah, need that.
So the first thing is golf is a leisurely rich man's activity.
Do you play golf?
Absolutely not. I don't have time for that.
Wow.
I don't have time for that.
I work at I work somewhere that has golf course.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm Golf Poppy because you can put that top on the lyric video. But like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy for these ladies, you know what I'm saying? And I'm Golf Poppy.
What are the niggas supposed to call you though? Golf?
Golf.
Yo,
Okay, all right.
you know when you shoot your first music video, you gonna have to be out there playing golf, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
No, like I'm gonna
With
be
the
standing
polo
in.
on,
Yeah,
I'm
with
gonna
the
be
polo
standing.
on and everything.
Yeah.
All
Golf.
your bros, the wildest bros that I think I'm gonna see.
Yeah, bro. It's golf.
All right,
You
we're
know-
gonna get into this dank thing.
North Carolina.
Let's see what he got.
I thought you I thought you clicked the wrong video for a second.
Yoga helps me
Hey, yo.
smooth
No,
and get that one more ball.
they trying to
back
get you the bottom, Jones.
Fuck you, your formula, and your dumb bits of adorted crabs. Gang! Youngin' up the guy, original the floor. Yeah, came from the bottom, baby, I'm not getting stuck. We should lean by the leader like whoop, 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 whoop. We should lean by the leader like whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, cookie cake crab on the stove with a formula. We been a bikini, Jenny ready to sipping on the lady while I'm leaning down the president. Pumping up a crab like paparazzi almost every more. It's like it's Biggie versus Tupac, good. It's no biggie, I smoke 2 packs, That shit is a new track, I own the city and they knew that. I'm eating burgers made of light, yeah. It's my buzz and it's my light, yeah. Fuck this bitch out with my woody on the kitchen's like I'm Cuddy. Mr. Krabs, you know I'm right here. Puppy so rag, she a peasy. I got the mag, I press delete. I press the trigger of the crab, man. I'm itching for the curse like I had an STD. You not a crab, you a rap boy. Don't get you released for a fat boy. I catch you when he lacking any traffic in my chopper automatic, so you know it's gonna clip. I got pearls on my neck, I'm in the Tom bucket. I got pearl giving neck, see a calm bucket. You already
That's crazy.
That's wild.
You not a crab and I'm a demon, he should run, bro. Youngin' up the guy and original the foot. Yeah, came from the bottom, baby, I'm not getting stuck. We should lean by the leader like whoop, 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 whoop. We should lean by the leader like whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, cookie cake crab on the stove with a formula. We been a bikini, Jenny ready to sipping on the lady while I'm leaning down the president. Pumping up a crab like paparazzi almost every more.
Hey, that nigga murdered that shit.
So
He murdered that shit.
He was snapping.
now I'm gonna have to hear what Mr. Krabs had to say.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
That's
Yeah, bro.
crazy.
Wait, Mr. Krabs responded because that was some
Yeah.
shit. He was talking
Yeah,
about
he
his
That's
daughter.
crazy. I don't think he's gonna be able to match that, bro. That might be one of the best diss tracks I've ever heard.
So I got to hear Krabs' response.
And he
You know what I
said
mean?
his daughter is a cum bucket. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Y'all should check out that channel sometime. The Glorb is wild.
Check it out. You know what I mean? Check out that Mr. Dankton versus Mr. Swag. You know what I mean?
There is a response. It's kill cam, but
Mr. Swag.
Is it better or is it no?
it's much better.
Whoa,
All right.
it's better. Oh
It's
shit.
much is a big word. Okay. Got you. Okay. That was actually fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that joint was the bid, low key. You know what I mean? But all right. Definitely shout out to Glory. You know what I mean? Check it out. You know what I mean? You know, but all right. So before we get out of here, we like to do some, we got these album of the week. Blurred Beats Artist Spotlight. Also, who said that? You know what I mean? Where we take, we put up
Hold on
some
real quick. You mean to tell me we got a nigga from the Blurred Cartel and we ain't got no anime questions for this nigga?
Oh, all right.
That's crazy. We ain't got no anime questions
All
for
right.
my nigga?
So, all right. So,
No
Logan,
nerd questions for my nigga?
who better,
Who better?
Luffy or Naruto?
We all know it's the GOAT.
Come on,
At
man. You already
what?
know what this nigga doing.
Oh,
We
my
already
bad.
know it's the GOAT.
At
was a shout out.
what or just in general?
In general.
GOAT D. Luffy. You know what I mean?
You already know.
Goat D.
Don't even pretend like you gotta think about it, Logan. I already know what time it is.
All right, let's give him a better.
I'm gonna say Luffy, but
Yeah.
it's hard for me not to say Naruto just because Naruto's a dad, and like I like Boruto, Naruto actually does go through some more stuff, but I'm gonna say Luffy just because my boy is out there. Like I've been watching clips of him cracking niggas in the skull and having blood covered fists like for the past few days, and like Luffy's stupid. Like that's that boy.
I don't know if his name is Benny, but when he socked that nigga Benny up, the nigga that basically has
Bellamy.
similar powers, huh?
Yeah. Bellamy. Yeah.
Bellamy. Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Love the
Yeah.
Fuck that nigga. Hey, that one hit quit, that was my favorite, nigga. He said, "Oh yeah, you said you wanted to know if I knew how to swim, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Say what? All right. So, question. I got one because this is I actually did an interview with one of the voice actors. So I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? A little video game type lightweight with Marvin. Who, if you had to choose to follow somebody in war, who has the most justified cause? Kratos or Magneto?
Magneto, easy. Kratos,
Easy?
Yeah, easy.
The guy fucked Kratos.
Yeah, but Kratos
Kratos
doesn't have to go to war though. You know, like he could handle that like personally. He doesn't have to fuck the whole planet over. Magneto does. Mutants aren't gonna stop being born.
Okay, that's fair.
For mutant kind.
Yeah, that's different.
All right, let me ask you something personal. Because we here. You know what I'm saying? What's coming up? I know it's further out from now. But who is gonna win? Team kill shot or team biohazard, bro. Tell me why, bro. Talk to me, bro. Basically, we talking about the versus battle on tapping no capping. I just want to know what's going on, bro. It's been a lot of controversy behind closed, behind the doors. Niggas been talking shit. Like, talk to me. Where we at with it? Y'all prepared?
Yeah. Okay. So I really don't understand why they picked Scott Pilgrim and drop Spear. I really don't. Like, okay, so I'm just gonna
same thing about you dropping your character too, though.
Okay,
nigga said, why would he drop Brock Simpson for Chris Redfield?
Chris would body Brock easy. Oh my god!
I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling you what
I know, but here's the thing. Chris has been in like 8 games, like 5 movies.
True.
Comic books. Brock has been in 1 show. I'm gonna run out of Brock content way before I run out of Chris content.
That's fair.
You know,
that's smart.
That is true.
You're thinking longevity.
Yeah, and they have very similar feats and they do very similar things. But let me tell you, the Scott pick though, Scott at his fastest, when he has the most of his buffs, his feats are like faster than the eye. That's crazy. That's crazy slow for this fight. Like Chris, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about my characters. Let me just talk about them. Like, okay, that's crazy slow for this fight. They're banking on, I think, the movie version of Scott can do some of his powers that he needs his swords to do in the comics. But the thing is, it's not a big deal because nothing that he does is anything that they don't. Our characters experience that. Like, he's a dude, like it's like even if he can do 64 punches in the air combo, it's like Chris can block. Chris niggas explode. Mutant superhuman people explode when he punches them. Like you realize, like you can't block him. Like
Yo, why y'all let Chris Redfield in this tournament? He sound
like
OP as hell.
when
he in a tier. He in tier.
Like when they try to block him, that he punches through them and they explode. Like they're really in a bad situation.
Okay. Can I use Ray from Metal Gear?
So I don't know if it was, I think it was BMT that tried to pick that nigga, and they said that because he was in a hallway that was cooking the nigga like in a microwave type shit, that he's out of tier because of his durability. Like he should not have survived that. Me personally, I would let this nigga in with no problem, but he was literally voted out. So
they're gonna give you a really hard time because they're scared of some characters. But you should try. You should try.
All right, big balls, Nick. I'll take
Denzel. I don't know why I was about to say. I ain't never called this nigga full Denzel. That's crazy.
Denzel. What's going on?
Zell. So are you? So Hollywood said he down for the tournament. Are you still down?
I didn't get to pick my characters yet, bro.
He ain't picked his either yet. But I'm saying though, is you still down?
I'm down. I'm.
All right. We talk about it after.
And the what it sound like, boys, we gonna win it.
All right, I like it.
No.
We'll talk about it later. Talk about it off camera. Back to the merge.
Huh?
It's a musical conversation.
Yeah, this is Logan. I'm sorry, Logan. Mallory just got home from work.
Hey, what's up, Mal?
Mallory.
She just got here in the talk about like anime, so she was confused.
I just thought we were back to not
No, but now we're.
I mean, because we could talk about music, Scott Pilgrim, but that didn't sound like the focal point.
What she said?
She said we could talk about the music in Scott Pilgrim because
Sex Bomb go crazy. Sex Bomb go crazy.
Listen,
there's a lot said about
what's her name? Captain Marvel's version of Metric song Black Sheep is the shit.
Wait, not Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson. Thank you.
No, you're not wrong. Brie Larson's cover of Black Sheep. Fantastic.
No, that's like one.
Is that the friend of a friend, John?
Hello.
Yeah.
Again, friend of friend. I knew you went. So I really had a big thing for that band before I saw the movie. I was really into Metric. I was moved to tears when she covered the shit in the movie. I said, not my song, not my bitch, not my bitch.
Yeah.
No shade. Love Metric Down Boots, but I thought the cover stronger than the original. I thought it added a little oomph to give this like sharper solo version. Whatever. Anyway.
What were we about to do?
Listen, I just want to say music like Metric, Yeahs, like Arctic Monkeys, stuff like right in that vibe, huge influential for me. Love music like that.
Why was you talking about them?
Because we were talking about hip hop. I was getting asked hip hop questions.
No.
He said you should have brought her over earlier.
I'm not even a big Beck girl, and I know Beck was fully represented on the soundtrack. It moved him up like half a decimal point for me. Not a huge fan of his music independently, but I did like how his music was incorporated in the film and for the characters and stuff. It worked. He wrote a few original pieces for the movie. Even not to go too deep into it, but like how they would do like 8-bit versions of the songs where it like sounds like beat boop video game music.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was just really so compelling and clever and a nice way to kind of bridge the indie artists and the video game / comic book conceit of the story. I can't say enough good things about it. I understand the issues with Scott Pilgrim, but it's got, in my heart of hearts.
Yeah, I really love the chiptune soundtrack by Anamanaguchi, like you were saying. Like they're sick. I used to listen to that all the time on PS3.
Like it's real music. Like,
yeah, it's the shit.
that was very much me. I still have Scott Pilgrim soundtrack in my library. When songs
Same.
come up, I'm in the car like hitting that shit. Like I love it down.
Same.
And I really like movies that put as much thought and effort and emphasis on the soundtrack to kind of feed the narrative of the story. And I think Scott Pilgrim did that very effectively.
I don't know if y'all also are watching like animes that do this shit, but Lookism did a really good job. Also, what's her name, bro? It's two females, bro. What's their name? Two.
Whoopi Goldberg and Rosie O'Donnell.
Shut
Stop
up.
it. Carol and Tuesday is a good anime where it's literally all based on music and they're a rock band together and it's beautiful. Never seen it? Highly recommend.
Okay. Taking notes.
Hmm?
I'm taking notes. I like a story that isn't often told, or rather a perspective. Like how many times can you watch one person fight for good while the other, I just mean,
She's not a big anime fan.
I don't really even lean that way. You just tend to like a particular kind.
So, question: are y'all gonna watch that Castlevania?
Oh wait, speaking of real quick before we talk about
Castlevania
Castlevania,
go
did you
hard.
know that Scott Pilgrim was coming out with a new anime series?
Yeah, that joint on Netflix, right? It's out.
Bruh,
Is it out?
I can't wait.
I think it's out on Netflix.
I didn't think it came out.
No, it's not out yet. I think it's out in like November or something.
Yeah, it's not out yet. It's
I know it's coming.
When does it come out?
I think November.
I think November, like Tom Man said.
November. Let's go.
Bro.
But yeah,
Scott.
Yeah, November 17th.
That's crazy.
Scott takes off. November 17th.
You're not charging.
You funny as hell, Logan.
But yeah, Scott. All right, so listen, man. Make sure y'all go and hit up that Apple Music and the Spotify. Type in Logan Rashaun right now. And run up them numbers on that corruption 225. Like, run it up.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I need y'all to do that for me. Run them numbers up. Get my boy to platinum by the end of the year. We need 1 million copies. So,
brother, please listen to me. Figure out which song you like on that album. And send it to a friend. That's all I ask of you.
Listen, that Cosign drip. I'm sending that, John.
Yeah.
Please, I'm sending that.
That's on the John man. I use that.
Oh wait, real quick. I know you're trying to finish up, but before we started the podcast, Logan said that Plea is based on a real story, like something that actually happened. You want to go into detail about that or no?
Yeah. Elaborate.
Sure. I was in a relationship at the time, and we decided to move from North Carolina to Hollywood, and so we did that. And once we moved to Hollywood, things didn't really go the way that we intended, and I was kind of pulling the weight, and we were supposed to be living the dream or whatever. But it was kind of like I was living the dream, and it's like I was kind of fooling myself, and I had to kind of come back here with my tail between my legs, But and it's the lyrics I don't have the answers anymore. I can't fix every problem,
Definitely.
I love when songs is inspired by real life.
Real shit.
Always makes for better. It makes the song better.
Only a Usher type shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now you got a pocket.
But all right, we're gonna give y'all your album of the week. Album of the week. You know what I mean? You feel me? You dig?
Yeah.
That's your album of the week, dog.
There you go.
That Corruption 225. You know what I mean?
That artwork is crazy.
Go check that joint out, dog. Like that's your album of the week right there. Like,
That's crazy.
You know, go check that out right now. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your music at. Take it. You know what I mean? And the album cover, that joint is fire. I ain't gonna hold you. I fucks with the art.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I mean, and my man got the iPhone with the Abercrombie hoodie on. You see him? He got the iPhone with the Crombie hoodie, the Levi jeans.
Yeah.
And yo,
I ain't never seen a dripped out angel before, nigga.
Yeah, like I was saying before at the beginning, like the guy on the bottom, he's framing for it, right? So like the guy, so he gave him the same jacket, so when people identify him by the jacket, they'll see the jacket. And you see the dude on the bottom was an angel too, but his halo's corrupting because he got corrupted. The other dude's happily taking his halo off because his plot's working. You see the serpent is escaping from heaven in the water.
Wow, I just keep the serpent. I didn't see that at first.
Yeah, and it came from the cave below to the left, like the fire's been lit, and the bridge to heaven's been destroyed as well, like here. And they're trying to destroy the black hole that's engulfing the sun, and that's why it's got cracks in it, but it's not working.
That's raw as fuck. See what I did there? Raw as fuck. Don't worry about it.
That's your album of the week once again. Corruption 225, Logan Rashaun. Check that out. Also, shout out to Blurred Beats.
Yes, sir.
Follow him on Instagram, Blurred Beats. Also, the Blurred official Instagram page and Facebook page. Make sure you follow that. Get your official Blurred merch. You know what I mean? You see it. Blurred.com. Get you a headband. You know what I mean? But your Blurred Beats artist spotlight. Where we feature, some artists. But your Blurred Beats artist spotlight this week.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the dynamic duo.
Hello, Chris.
Diana Boss.
Diana Boss.
Love
That's your Blurred Beats artist spotlight. I mean, the You Wish is going crazy. They got Kylie, they got Missy Elliott on the remix.
Right, they opened up for what's her name, bro?
Opened up for Janelle Monáe. You know what I mean? They making
Yep.
They making moves. I mean, so shout out to Diana Boss, Blurred Beats artist spotlight. You know what I mean? And then last but not least, who said that?
Who said that?
We're gonna put them bars up for you. So your bars is smoke an ounce and turn that frown upside down. Like the triangle on the panties of my God. When Mike Jack made rain in Moscow, I had no style. Tommy Boy stocking on my scalp, and that was like 95. Now it's 2010, 2 years away from when they said the world's expected to end. Who said that?
I had a guess, but now I'm not sure about it.
Zell know who it is. He know.
Oh, you already know.
He trying to let y'all get it.
Is it my nigga? Is it Jay? Is it Jay-Z?
It's not.
Okay.
You don't do smoking weed raps.
They're not from the East Coast. They're not from the East Coast.
Word? Okay.
My guess was Wiz Khalifa, literally because it starts with weed. But by the end, when it said it's 2010, I don't listen to him, so I don't know when he started making music. I don't know when he references, but this just gives maybe that's his lane.
Yeah, this is Ab-Soul.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, okay.
It's my boy, Solo.
Ab-Soul.
Jose over here like Solo.
Yo, that is. Now I remember the song.
Rapper shit.
This is the one with what's his name on it?
Him and Kendrick, rapper shit.
Yeah, I'm asleep. How I let that slide?
But
That's
that
crazy.
shit Blur beat. I mean, that shit. Who said that? You know what I mean? Zell Mao, the phone probably died. But
That's
once
crazy.
again, we was joined by the golf poppy himself. You know what I mean? Logan Rashaun, thank you for blessing the pod with your presence. We
Yes,
are
sir.
so glad to have
Me
you on.
personally, me to you, bro. I just want to say thank you for being a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in these nerd spaces be weird. You know what I'm saying? But you always been certified. You've been consistent. You always yourself. You comfortable with yourself, and I ain't never seen you act outside of who you are. So keep doing that, my nigga.
Appreciate that, brother, and I appreciate y'all for having golf on.
Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, let them
I'm gonna let them know where I'm at, but I know y'all like bars, so listen, just type
Ooh,
in
okay.
Logan Rashaun, y'all find out where I'm at. Uh, listen to Batosai Drip on Apple Music and Spotify, but peep that Golf Poppy logo. You see that? You see that tiger on the and the wood grain in there? It's because I'm
Mhm.
Tiger Woods, nigga.
Talk your shit. For a minute, I thought you was about to give us a
Tiger in the wood
freestyle.
grain, Tiger Woods. I
know
love it.
y'all like bars. I thought you was going to drop us a freestyle or
No,
something.
he did just drop a bar real quick.
He did drop a bar though.
Yeah,
He did drop a bar.
I could, but I'm. It's not that kind of show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you say it's not for
You gotta
free.
pay. You gotta pay for that. You know what I mean, you don't get the bars for free. You know what I mean, that's a premium. You know
I
what I mean?
respect it. I respect
You gotta send some donations to the cash app. You know what I mean? But yeah, let them know where to find you at, bro.
Anywhere where it says Logan Rashaun, bro, that's where you can find me. This is just I'm just transitioning right now to this brand, so like I'm in between brands, one might say. So like, just I'd appreciate you guys, anyone just going to listen to the music,
Yeah.
more than anything. Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, if you got it, YouTube Music, Google Music, whatever. I'm all over there on those platforms. Tidal, if you're a Jay Z fanatic. So I'm out there.
Shout out the title. You know what I mean, Con man, tapping no cabin. You know what I mean? What y'all
Man,
got
listen,
going on?
man. It's your boy, Con, man. You know what I'm saying? KHAM_man.510. That's the Bay. Catch me on Universal Beige. Catch me on What It Sound Like podcast, where you get your best reviews and interviews. And catch me on Tapping No Capping, where if you're a nerd and you've seen it, then what's your opinion? We got a tournament coming up, bruh. With your boy Logan, your boy BMT, and apparently you're gonna have your favorite, Hollywood Sensei, and you know what I'm saying, your boy Zell Nobel. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out what their characters is. We got this completes the tournament. That's 16 members. 16 members in a tournament. We ain't seen this. This is new. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Normally you get a 1v1. This is a 2v2. This is a team debate. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen this since battle rap. So I'm really looking forward to it. Niggas do all this chatting and shit in the comments, but niggas gonna really put their shit to the test. We're gonna have face off episodes before we do the battles, you know what I'm saying, where people can talk their shit before the battle, you know what I'm saying. Logan kind of gave us a little preview, you know what I'm saying. So, we looking forward to it, you know what I'm saying. I'm excited. I appreciate every member that's decided to fuck with your boy. Comment. Shout out to Logan, shout out to BMT, shout out to the What It Sound Like podcast, Hollywood Sensei, and Zell Nobel. I've been fucking with these niggas for a long time, man, and these is niggas I talk to in real life, off screen. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all fucking with me. And I'm looking forward to creating more memories with y'all, man. Years later down, man.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, shout out to Tapping No Cabin. Make sure y'all tune in. And speaking of tournaments, next week we are back. The championship, you know what I mean? Beyonce versus Whitney Houston, the vocalist tournament, is down to the final two. You know what I mean? So Beyonce versus Whitney, we got that for you next week. And we also, you know what I mean, we got some album reviews for you. You know what I mean? We back. Last go round, y'all wasn't feeling the albums last time. You know what I mean? It was
not at all.
lot of low scores, just a lot of bad reviews all around. They hated the album.
Ish.
You know what I mean? But next week we got you. We gonna be let me get the list. We got Diddy. You know what I mean? Diddy the Love album. Then you
Yeah,
got,
right. That part, Logan. Exactly.
we gonna review Diddy the Love album. We got Olivia Rodrigo. We also got Victoria Monet, Cleo Soul, and then Citizen Queen. So
It
yeah, I mean,
ain't sounding too hot.
I mean, listen.
It ain't sounding too hot.
When you listen to the albums, come back to me.
You know what you guys should do? You guys should do video game tracks.
Video game, what?
Tracks. Like
Video
songs
game
for
tracks?
video games. Yeah.
I've been saying this, bro.
Best
I
video
think
game track?
low key, I know a lot of niggas don't talk about it, but Bayonetta was slapping, nigga.
Yeah.
Bayonetta was slapping. Like niggas
No,
don't talk
you-
about it. But niggas, yeah,
You know what games got some fucking bangers?
talk to me,
Original Mario.
Facts.
bruh.
Jesus.
So you
Like,
mean the game got some bangers for real? Streets of Rage 2.
yeah, absolutely.
Them Jones, bro.
Yo, Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1
nigga.
soundtrack are both fire.
But nigga, Crazy Taxi, nigga, they had crazy fucking tracks, nigga.
Listen, we gonna come back. Season 3 is coming up after, because you know, after this vocalist tournament ends, we got season 3. So and I did just say I wanted to start.
We in season 3 already.
Yes, sir.
Three of them hoes. That's crazy. All three of them.
Start season 3 off with something we haven't done. So there we go. Video game. We're gonna find the best video game soundtracks. You know what I mean?
I like that. Good shit, Logan.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate the assist.
Listen, we can have Golf Fabian for that episode if he's available. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, since he brought up the idea. You know what I mean? We can't not have him on, and it was his idea. So, you know. But yeah, this is the What It Sound Like podcast, volume 2, track 50. We back next week. Vocalist tournament, Beyonce versus Whitney Houston. Also album reviews. You know, so I'll post the album reviews on the Twitter and also the Facebook page if y'all want to listen in and also give your opinion. But yeah, that's next week. Vocalist tournament, album reviews. It's your boy Hollywood Sensei, Sensei of the Blur Cartel. Make sure you follow the What It Sound Like podcast on all social medias. Subscribe to that YouTube page. We out. See you next week.
Sure. Get ready to pay y'all rent this weekend.
Definitely.